A few months ago, I was chatting with the CEO of a fintech platform. He's an amazing storyteller and is also great with sharing his personal stories to anchor his organizational values. Our conversation veered towards why we should have a lot of different anecdotes, or should we just have a few anecdotes, less is more being the theme. And he asked me, what are your favorite anecdotes that you relish sharing and end up sharing more often than the others? This may be one of them, which I share to highlight the importance of building trust. Most times, the audience is different, it makes a great point, and it connects. PC Mustafa is the CEO and co founder of ID Fresh Foods, which makes idli and dosa batter. Idli and dosa batter is like fermented pancake batter, which is either steamed like to make idli or poured into a frying pan to make dosa. And it's a popular breakfast item in the south of India. It is also a difficult product to pull off, especially in a market where for generations there's a lot of pride in making the batter at home. Back in 2016, they ran a campaign called ID Trust Shops. They installed refrigerator chillers inside apartment blocks and office complexes and let the people pick up any ID product and pay for it by dropping cash inside a box kept next to the chiller. There were no CCTV cameras, no security guards to monitor. When the idea was floated, they were mocked, saying this will never work in India. However, they decided to go ahead, and Mustafa says, I strongly believe that if I want my customers to trust me, I need to trust them first. He remembers that in this one particular trust shop in Chennai, in the south of India, where a customer kept paying using monopoly money. At one point of time, they even thought of withdrawing from that complex, but they chose not to. One day, in that box was a 500 rupee note. And Mustafa says, that made my day. What mattered to me was not what that customer paid, but he had finally understood and realized the value of trust. He goes on to say that these are often thoughts that keep me awake at night, fear of the kind of world that we are leaving for our children. After all, what's the purpose of human intelligence if we can't use it to create a world that has humanity, compassion, love, and trust? Now, imagine if, as a leader, Mustafa had said, it's important to trust your clients and it's important to understand the value of trust. Eyes would just glaze over that message, right? He chose instead to share an example from his organization, and he created an imagery of what his brand stands for. Would you remember this anecdote? And would you be able to retell it? In what context would you use it? Do share in the comments, and I'd love to hear from you.